What is this? I am Savvy Mike TV. Oh. I am Savvy Mike in this. Is I am Savvy Mike TV. And well, we have a ex-employee of Adam22's on the chopping block. And his name is Almighty Suspect. Some would call him Antoine Dodson. Now, wow, I don't want to call him Antoine Dodson, even though I don't think I'll ever meet Almighty Suspect. But I know if you call him that, he's going to give you the beats. And that is why apparently he got fired from No Jumper, because Buddy didn't call him Dotson. He called him the B word, which, I got to get at least 5 minutes in before I start cussing. But regardless of it, Suspect had spit on whoever this Brandon guy is, and they got the fisticuffs, I guess, and then Suspect apparently pulled out a knife. And so, yeah, that led Adam22 to firing him on No Jumper today. Now, while there is a lot of opinions floating out there from a lot of people, point and shoot, Poetic Flacco, Shark, there's a lot of people saying a lot of things. We always come to the number one guy in hip-hop right now, DJ Akademiks, when he chooses and decides to discuss these things. So, regardless of it, I don't care, to be honest. I don't give a fuck about Suspect. I don't really care about No Jumper. If I could be quite frank with you, it's just, it's just there at this point. That platform is just literally a hip-hop platform that's there. That's all it is. I fuck with Flacco. Outside of that, platform's just there. But regardless of it, let's listen to what DJ Akademiks has to say, because apparently he is, chastising and kind of going off on Adam22 for creating this environment for somebody like Suspect and Brandon to get into this confrontation. Let's listen.
Really felt like he was on the border of attacking her. That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe this is not okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, Adam, I'm not blaming Suspect. If y'all create a contentious environment where the audience is cannibalizing the host and they're always talking about, oh, he got marked out. Yo, he pussy because he ain't get up and go outside. Wasn't there a situation where Flacco got up and went outside and the other nigga ain't go outside? And the whole audience is gassing that up. Like, y'all are putting those clips up too. Then y'all talk about it for the next 3 weeks about one nigga ain't go outside and how the other nigga was about it. So now you know what the other nigga got to think? All right, next time a nigga try to play with me, I'm outside immediately. I got to run this fade. So, bro, you're kind of like cannibalizing your own host. You're telling them what they got to do. And when they start acting accordingly, because Suspect's been there a long time. So when he's having a conversation with niggas like, you ain't call me no bitch. And nigga said, no, I did. I called you a bitch. If Suspect don't do nothing, his whole credibility is ruined at No Jumper. So he's acting as how the audience and how y'all put out content requires him to act. Don't get marked out. Don't not stand on your word, and don't back down. The moment he do that, it's like you're fired. But that's what I'm saying. It's wrestling because you're going to bring him back. So, bro, it's all good.
But yeah, I just feel like we just can't tolerate that kind of stuff in here. It's just
like, put like this. All right. I went to work at Complex. First time really, them big bright cameras, I'm there with everybody. Yo, the Vic Mensa thing happened. Vic Mensa was just like, yo, there's a time I really wanted to slap you. I'm trying to be professional. I'm like, damn, all right, I got to keep this shit going. I said, what you mean? Like, when you say you a bitch, I said, in one sense. So I'm trying to keep the conversation going. A lot of people said, you should have just, once the niggas start talking violence, you should have just said, fuck that, and been violent. Okay, cool. Whether you want to say I reacted to it properly or not, whatever. Imagine if Complex ran that clip over and over and over and over again. The next nigga who even say a B word, I got to be on some shit like this. Nigga, I got to start thump. That's the thing with No Jumper. Y'all can't penalize a nigga and monetize.
Act. But be fair, Complex read that clip a lot.
The shit, like the biggest monetization, the Kelpie shit was crazy with monetization. I don't know if they really got paid for it because it's violence, but still, y'all getting the biggest views. Y'all should be deleting and scrubbing that from the internet. You never seen Complex ever bring that Vic Mensa shit back up. Cause nigga, I would have been ready to crash out anytime a nigga try to play with me. You get what I'm saying? But that's how a job will get you in a certain mindset. Now you got these niggas saying if you get marked out, we're laughing at you. Then we're going to talk about it. We're going to keep bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up. Yeah, so now niggas is feeling that they got to be aggressive. Then they be aggressive and then they're too aggressive. Then you fire them. Come on, dog. Like you got to, if you're not down with that content, again, Adam's a businessman, so I know he going to monetize whatever. But bro, it's unfair for these niggas that's on camera with you. It's unfair for them because they can't win. Y'all keep talking about how their L's are, how they get, marked out, how they got called bitches and ain't do nothing. And then when they start to try to do something, now it's, why you not being professional? We can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to penalize that behavior, don't reward the opposite.
I completely agree with DJ Akademiks here. Adam22 has created a platform where he kind of wanted it to be Ratchet TV meets whatever porn shit he got going on. So that's what it was for a long time. You literally had a show. Adam, you literally had a show where a self-proclaimed pimp named Shark talked to whores and argued with women. In your sense, you thought you was creating Kevin Samuels type content and producing that with Sharp. That's what y'all thought y'all were doing. But once the well ran dry, you got rid of him. and then just say the reason you get rid of him is because there's no need for him anymore. I don't want to make that type of content with him anymore. No. No. That you can't do that. And it's just it is what it is. But like I said, that's the platform he created. And only time anybody really cares about what's going on over there at No Jumper is when somebody's getting into a fight, gang indictment shit is happening. Like, and at the end of the day, why is he firing almighty suspect? He already lost all his employees to the fucking RICO.
I don't know if it makes sense. Anyway, Adam, disregard everything I said in the last 4 minutes. I love the fuckery. I'm trying to see if a nigga gets shot over there. Real talk. I've been with that. Just as long as I can watch it through the screen. I don't want to be there when it happens. Okay. Anyway, chat. I do love y'all. I will be off of here. Ooh, I pretty much almost got to 6 hours. I love y'all, man. I'm going to see y'all in the morning. There was one more donation. Hold up. Nel Chapo says Flacco thighs are giving Timmy Pan some. Nel Chapo also said, thank you for the 10 and the 5. Thank you for the 15. He says, not surprised the dude named Almighty Suspect that is female energy. He knew big dude would dog walk him. That's why he had a poker. Oh, shit. You think he was going to stab him for real?
Clearly he had plans to or was about to. Who knows what might have happened there. Look, pray for Almighty Suspect. He just lost a job. He just hit the unemployment line. My man needs work. Now, he has a name in this content space. So he can do what Sharp is doing, create his own channel, start creating his own content, and just go from there if he wants to keep creating content. But he does have to realize he can't be the violent person that he is. But also, there are other platforms and places for that. If I'm suspect, I'm like making a B-roll of all my violated moments from No Jumper. I'm sending it to Lemuel Plummer. I'm like, I need a show. Either a show or I need to be on the show. Just look. Either him, Now That's TV will definitely take him. Now That's TV, you could have the most minimal amount of clout it's possible. They'll definitely take him. He could probably go to Now That's TV and get his own show. Dead ass. Dead ass. He can get his own show and do whatever over there. But, we'll see. Either way, there's lanes. See, Look, suspect. If you saw this video, I just gave you some advice. You got a lot of options, my nigga. You do. You got, and honestly, when it comes down to it, the craziest part about No Jumper was anytime that they were forced to talk about hip hop, the man that sounded the most logical and made the most sense was him. It was crazy. So now you just literally got rid of the only guy that could really talk about music logically up there. Now you got rid of him for a good reason. He crashed out. You can't crash out like that, you know. I understand not wanting somebody to, you know, call you out your name, and I understand making that a boundary. Like, that's a boundary, don't cross it. You cross that boundary, now I'm about to fuck you up. I get that. But at the same time, you do have to realize that this is content. Niggas will say all that shit on camera. And honestly, if you a real nigga, you know, I understand crashing out for the content, I do. But you have to realize you're dealing with a white man in Adam22. And at this point, he already said No Jumper's going broke. So he is literally looking for a reason to fire anybody. He's looking for a reason to fire and get rid of anyone he can. Anyone he can. So don't give him a reason. Wait. I would have waited. I'd have been like, okay, all right, you know what? You got it. I'm done. Just let it go, right? Show would have moved on. We could have kept doing whatever. After it was over, I told Buddy to step outside. We gotta squabble. Like, squabble up. Like, squabble up, my nigga. We in the West Coast. Squabble up. Like, let's get it. Bucci Brandon. Whatever the fuck, Bucci Boy Brandon. I don't even know what the fuck this. Who is this nigga? Either way, squabble up. That's what Suspect should have did. He should have just waited. Look, you want to poke him. But it would have been off camera. It would have been something we just either we heard about happened off camera or whatever have you. But honestly, you probably would have been able to keep your job. So, yeah. I advise that to anybody up there, No Jumper right now. You are dealing with a white man, okay? A white man that owns a company. And that just told the internet his company is quote unquote going broke. Do not give him a reason to fire you. Remo and Flacco are just too good at their fucking jobs to get fired. So they're never going anywhere. They're never Lush, Booty Boy, Bushy Boy, Brandon, whatever the fuck his name is. All them other niggas up there. Except for Wack. Wack's in the exception too, because Wack got his own thing going on. Adam just siphoning off of that. Everybody else, count your, if anything, count your days. Adam looking for the reason to fire your ass. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.